Alright, guys, today we're going to be reacting to another Bertha Benz. Here it says the first driver. Now, the title might be a little bit misleading though, because I don't think she was the first driver. She was the first person to drive long distance. Now, based on what I was looking around, I was looking, in a little bit of your Wikipedia, some of the Reddit posts, and some of the guys or people were saying that she was not the first driver, but she was more like the first person, one of the first person that drive or drove from one distance to the other, just to visit her mom. I think was just to show, these kind of inventions are possible. I don't know why they said the first driver. I don't know what's the reason to do so or to say that. Interesting enough, I noticed that the comment section is empty. I don't know why. The dislike and like portion is kind of okay, right? So you have almost a 95% up of like ratio, but I don't know why there's no comments here, right? I mean, she clearly did revolutionize the way of how people perceive automobiles in the world, in the Western world, that is. This is the map. Let me see. The map where Bertha did her little trip, right? From Mannheim via Heidelberg and Wiesloch to Pforzheim and back and forth, I guess, right? And Karl and Bertha, I think this is his husband, Karl. Interesting. Man, she almost, look at that. Nah, she lived for a lot of years, right? Look at that. 1995, right at the end of the Second World War. Interesting. We're gonna react to it. Let's see what's going on here. Make sure you like to subscribe. Also, for donations, you can go to the super chats. I'm gonna really appreciate that. And also for the Discord, links in the description. Be part of the community. Let's jump in and see what's going on. Okay, one moment, things is ready. Bertha. So that hold on. So that means they already used it. So you already tried. So she's not the first driver. Right out the gate, she's not the first driver. They already tried. I think she's the one that took it from one side of the country or the town to the other, I guess. She's very well versed. Yeah, and hold up, folks. I'm sorry. The music. The music. I cannot play the music. Okay, there we go. Say, okay, let's go. Wow, that's crazy, man. Those are her kids. Huh, interesting. She's going through the road. No one can believe there's a car in the road or a woman behind the wheel. They're like, what the hell's wrong with this lady? There's the kids running around like always. Those are the OGs saying like, man, this is a demon. But not everything goes as planned. Broke, right? Yeah. Yep. The car breaks down. Off clock. Well, yeah, damn. Yep. Well, based on what I was reading, she was part of the, she was working in the car, so she knew how to fix things too. Like she was not like a dumbass, right? She knew what she was doing, so very smart woman. She forked the road ahead to pave it for us all. Okay. She drove more than a car. She drove it into. Okay. Here's the Okay, okay. Got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Okay. Okay. Interesting note that I know about Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz. They never mention the husband. I guess he's a nobody. I guess Bertha clearly did something that a lot of people never thought it was possible. But you know, let's just go back here and see what they say. The patent of motor car on July 3rd, 1886, Benz presented the patent motor wagon automobile to the public in Mayhem. Within the decades, the 25 vehicles had been built with the cutting-edge bicycle constructions, and I was going to mention this. A lot of these cars were more like a bicycle kind of models, right, instead of a car. All right. So let's go. The first country cross-country automobile journey in 5th of August, 1888. 39-year-old Bertha Benz drove from Mayhem to Poshin with her son Richard and Eugene, 13, 15 years old, respectively, in a Model 3, without telling her husband and with the permission of the authorities, thus becoming the first sprinter to drive an automobile in a significant distance. Before this historic trip, motorized drives were merely very short trials, returned to the point of origin, made with the assistance of mechanics. Following the wagon tracks, and this pioneering tour covered a one-way distance about 160 kilometers, 66 miles per hour. Although the ostensible, I don't know how to say this, ostensible purpose of the trip was to visit. Let me see what this means. What does that mean? That sounds like somebody else. Let me see. Meaning, right? Definition. This is
ostensible,
stated or appearing to be true, but not necessary. So, interesting word. Although ostensible purpose of the trip was to visit her mother, so we don't know if that was true or not. Bertha had other motive to prove to her husband, who had failed to adequately consider marketing his venture, that the automobile in which they both had heavily invested will become a financial success once it was shown to be useful to the general public, and to give her husband the confidence that this construction had a future. Well, she was right in that regard. If he was in that mentality, he was just scared. Later in life, Benz died in her village in Leidensburg in 1944, where the workshop of cars Benz had been built after they had moved there in 1906, and he established a solely family-held business. Benz and Sons, Karl Benz, had died in 1929 after the success of Daimler Benz was assured. Okay, so very interesting family. Of course, I don't know what if this was around the world, right? I guess this is more like in Europe. I don't know if the United States we have people driving cars. I guess so during this time, right? If you were very rich, you probably have one of these cars. Personally, I don't think she was the first driver. Probably the first one going from point A to point B in a long distance, 66 miles. That's like 70 minutes. That's about, an hour and 10. It's a long drive. It's not easy. It's a long drive. You're making sure the car doesn't break down. If it does break down, you have to fix it yourself. If you don't have the knowledge, back them. I mean, it's ballsy. It's ballsy. I'm gonna say that. But I don't think it was the first driver, right? That's a huge statement, right? First driver means that you're the first one sitting in a car and be the one driving, right? I don't think that was the case. So that statement on the title might be a little bit misleading. Probably the first one going from point A to point B, more than 20 or 30 miles. I will assure that that's more true at the statement than the title itself. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions about the matter. In the meantime, I will see you in the next one.